Okay, before we had the Pink Africa group with us in the studio, there was a clip that rolled out earlier concerning the delisting of civil servants, and we have also had to interview some of them right there in the field, and we heard their thoughts. Interestingly, the chairman, NLC chairman, Cross River State, Comrade Ben Upepi, also had his interview, gave his own as part of the story there. But it's interesting to know that we have him live with us here in the studio to talk to us about the delisting of civil servants and now reincorporating them back to the Service Commission. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
And seated next to him, we have Comrade Godwin Otey, Joint Council Chairman, Cross River State. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So, my NSC Chairman, let's begin with you, sir. We've seen and heard everything, but we also like to hear from you. First of all, the delisting. Why were they delisted? And second of all, how are we going to look at the reincorporation of them back into the force?
Well, I think this is no news in Cross River State that in September 2019, in a bid to, according to government, in a bid to normalize the payroll, some persons were deleted out of payroll, over 3,000 persons. We have categories of staff that were deleted. Category A were those science teachers who were employed at the exit of the former governor, Senator Lee Moke. These numbers are 775. I think category B are those that were, they got approval from His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Cross River State. Category C were those who were employed, payrolled, biometric captured. They go to work for more than 2 years now. They have not received any salary. And those categories were 1,815. And so, when this happened in September, however, on the side of labor, we try to push ahead. Actually, the government accepts revalidation of those names, but we push for it with no avail until we have to continue pushing until His Excellency constituted a committee. And this committee, I was part of it, and the Deputy Governor, His Excellency, Professor Evara Isu, was the chairman of that committee. We finished the work of that committee. That is where I have this data that I'm giving out to you. It's from that report that we now submitted it to government with no avail until about December or so, where the National Labour Congress issued an ultimatum for states to ensure that they complete negotiation for minimum wage. And so we have to go into negotiation of minimum wage about February, thereabout in February. And during the negotiation, we agreed with the government that, well, we as a state, as a labor, we are aware of the financial situation of the states, and that we are going to ensure that the consequential adjustment, the percentage given from the national body for negotiation, we see how we can bring down the percentage so that we can accommodate this set of persons that are out of payroll. An agreement was signed, hoping to be implemented in March. And in that March, something happened that even labor will become handicapped, because in March, the pandemic rolled in. The economic meltdown globally came in. And I'm sure even the state allocation went down.
Okay, Chairman, sorry, sir. Let me, because of time, could you let's quickly look at the process that took place last week because of time. Because of time, we're really behind time. They are back. How is the process going on, the screening process going on? Let's quickly look at that in 1 minute, sir, because of time.
Well, I think let me use this opportunity to thank His Excellency Senator Professor Ben Ayade for the rethink he has to ensure that these persons have returned to payroll. The screening process, however, is ongoing, but I think the head of service is a group for the screening process. We are there just to supervise. So far, I think they are almost completing the process.
Excellent. The Chairman joined the Negotiating Council. Would you quickly tell us in 30 seconds how did your colleagues feel when they were being brought back after they had that legendary speech by His Excellency, bringing them back into the mainstream?
Definitely, like every other person, they were highly elated. Some of them lost hope that it was all over. But to their greatest delight, they have been brought back. And definitely to every other person, they are happy.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Chairman NLC Cross River State Comrade Ben Pepe. We know you have a lot to say, but really time is not our friend this morning. And his counterpart, Joint Negotiating Council Chairman Cross River State, Comrade Godwin Otey. We really appreciate your time spent with us this morning in the studio. We hope to bring you on some other time to expatiate more on this. Thank you so much for your time this morning.